Hi everyone, my name is Gabby Taylor LaSalle. I have approximately, I would say about 8 years in the field. I started off in mental health. My background, I have a bachelor's in psychology. With that, I have experience with multiple populations, substance abuse, domestic violence, juvenile detention, and more recently, the public school system. Um, my goals in developing as a social worker, definitely number one is self care. It's something that I have definitely struggled with in the past because of just the dynamics with my family as well. I'm kind of the person that's always helping everyone with this or that and kind of putting my own needs in the back burner or feeling that it at times was selfish to focus on what I needed at the time because, well, they needed this so much more. And so, as a clinician, definitely making sure that I don't allow that to seep over into my career has definitely been a major, probably my number one goal as a social worker. And but definitely one of my biggest challenges. I also want to, I guess, get a little more informed about methods that I'm not so familiar with. Um, Generally, in my practice, I tend to utilize the trauma informed perspectives, a lot more strengths based perspectives, cognitive behavioral therapy. But I want to get more versed in other methods as well because I know that obviously every client is different. There's no black and white way to deal with every single client in the same manner as far as what methods we use to help them. So I do want to just learn more about other methods and get more comfortable in utilizing other methods that I'm not so familiar with using. Um, I guess another challenge that I would foresee is definitely working on my boundaries in line with self care. So, if I'm setting a limit per se, like I'm going on vacation, or I said these are my work hours, and this is what I'm going to end my day. Adhering to that in the current position that I have, it's honestly near impossible. Um, I work in the school system and I'm not in a social worker role, but I do a lot of social work. And so, because of the role that I'm in and the people that I work directly with, self care is not necessarily something that's their forte. So, after hours, if something happens, it's all hands on deck. Whoever would normally be involved, and usually that's me, and there's an expectation that I do that. And so, it's definitely kind of difficult trying to make the boundaries and the self care a goal within the parameters that I currently work in when the people that are over me, my supervisors, aren't even very good at that. So I definitely foresee that as being a challenge, especially as I go forward in being a social worker because the population that I do work with right now, I work with students that are unaccompanied youth, that are homeless, or families that are homeless, that have all different ranges of trauma. And that is the population that I would like to continue working with, even if it does become me being in a social work role within the school. We all work together. So I work directly with the social workers. So this is definitely something I think as a team that we may need to put some focus on to kind of get our supervisors to understand there's a reason why there are resources after hours through the state, through our community to assist our clients so that when we are home and when we are off, we can take care of ourselves. So for me, I think it's a good opportunity to look at ways within my current work environment of how to kind of increase awareness about that, especially regarding burnout as a result of not taking care of ourselves. So, definitely looking forward to learning all I can in this course and meeting all of you. And that's it.